In a blink of an eye. It was around 9:30 p.m. on a quiet night in early April. I was sitting at the kitchen table eating my cereal and watching my Netflix show when I glanced to my left. My mom was cutting up some mango and my dad was snoring on the couch. I took another bite of cereal and asked, "Mom, where is Andrew at?" Without looking up from the mango, my mom said he's at Anakin's house. I nodded, figuring it was another normal night. My brother basically lives at his friend Anakin's house, spending hours working on mini bikes and small off-road vehicles to make a little extra money. A few minutes later, my mom's phone rang. She answered it, and I could tell right away something was wrong by the look on her face. "Who is it?" I whispered. "It's Anakin's brother," she said quietly. My stomach dropped. That can't be good, I thought. Then my mom screamed. Freaking out, I jumped up. "Mom, what's going on?" She could barely get the words out. "It's your brother. Him, Anakin, and Ben got into an accident. Andrew isn't waking up." I froze for a second before leaping out of my chair and rushing to my dad. He was in a deep sleep because he just got back from work, so it took a lot of shaking to wake him up. When he did, my mom and I tried to explain, our voices stumbling over each other. As soon as he heard, he started to panic too. Then my phone started ringing. I looked down and saw that it was my brother calling me. For a moment, relief washed over me. He's okay, I thought. He's calling to tell us he's fine. But that wasn't the case. I answered, expecting to hear his voice. But instead there was a shaky voice on the other end. "Angelina," the voice said. "It was Ben. We got into an accident and Andrew still isn't waking up." My heart dropped. "What? Where are you?" I asked, my voice trembling. Ben hesitated. "Check his location. Please hurry." I hung up and opened my phone to look at his location. The little blue dot showed they were down the street on Lamonite. "They're on Lamonite," I shouted. My mom's panic grew even worse, and mine matched hers. Lamonite was a main street, busy, fast, and dangerous. My mind raced with what it could mean. If a crash happened there, it had to be bad. As we were on our way to my brother's location, my mom's phone rang again. It was Anakin's dad. "He's awake," he said. "Andrew's responsive. The paramedics are taking him to Riverside Community Hospital." When we got to the hospital, Anakin's dad and Ben's parents were already there. My mom rushed to the front desk, desperate for updates, while my dad spoke to a police officer, confirming Andrew's information. After what felt like forever, the doctors finally said we could see them once they were stable. They walked each family over to their room. As we were entering the room, I saw my brother in a hospital bed. My mom breaks down and tries to comfort him. I just stared at him and realized how beat up he looks. He had a huge gash on his forehead and more on his cheek and all down his arms and even his back. The nurse told us he also had to get 3 stitches on the back of his head. We started talking to my brother, trying to piece together what had happened. He was exhausted, but he managed to mumble. He thinks they were hit from the back but can't remember too well. My dad asked quietly, "What were you guys driving?" "A go-kart," he said weakly. "All 3 of us on the same one." My mom's eyes widened. "Who was driving?" "I was," he whispered. "Were you guys wearing helmets?" I asked. He hesitated. "I don't remember." A few minutes later, the doctor came in and said my brother had 3 minor brain bleeds and an abrasion on his left lung. They said he had to be transferred to a children's hospital. I walked down the hall to check on Anakin and Ben. Anakin had several fractured ribs, a punctured lung, a concussion, and a fractured vertebrae. Ben was the lucky one. He got to go home the next day with a concussion and a few cuts. Now at the children's hospital, Andrew and Anakin spent the next 8 days going through scans, pain, and sleepless nights, but eventually they recovered enough to go home. My parents watched my brother closely for weeks, and now, 7 months later, he's back to sports, working on mini bikes, and living his normal life. This experience taught me how fragile life can be and to always cherish every moment with family and friends. The end. Thank you.